Everyone, welcome to my channel. In this week I'll be reviewing Married at First Sight, season 14, episode 2. In this episode, we had a continuation of the brides and the grooms going for their suit shopping and also for their wedding gown shopping, and then we had the opportunity to watch two weddings, and we got to see one bride about to walk down the aisle. So I will review my couples as I normally do, and we'll see how we go. I think after watching this episode and seeing two more brides walk down the aisle, I am a bit more hopeful. I have high hopes for at least three couples, and I think there are three possible successful couples, but we'll see as the season goes on. To start off with, we'll start off with Olajuwon and Katina. They were one of the couples that got married. We got to see them go for their suit and dress shopping, and they really seemed excited. Obviously Olajuwon keeps going on about, he's been a player before, and I think my biggest concern was that when his bride Katina walks down the aisle, she's either going to be his ex or she's going to be close friends with someone he's dated, and I think this is one of his main concerns as well. He was dressed very well. They were both dressed very well. When they got down the aisle, I think because Olajuwon had sort of a breakdown before the wedding, he was trying to make up, and he was so impressed by his bride that he was trying to sort of put on, in my opinion, a brave front and appear very appealing to her. They wouldn't stop talking, and then eventually they got introduced to each other and the wedding began. And there really isn't much to say about their wedding. I think it was nice. It was nice, but it wasn't sort of emotional in my own point of view. I do have high hopes for them. I think if they can get over the hurdle, and if Olajuwon can sort of settle down a bit and calm down once he's stopped trying to impress his bride, I think there is a possibility that they might work. I am just a bit surprised that Katina chose to walk herself down the aisle and her mum or nobody else sort of walked her down the aisle, but you never know. Maybe that was her choice, or maybe there was a reason why she didn't, maybe she was expecting someone to walk her and they didn't come. I don't know. From there, it's Noi and Steve. I think with Noi and Steve, they've become one of my favorite couples as well, because with Noi and Steve, I think even though Noi is going on about this noisy character, and Steve keeps talking about, he's been traveling, I think people are underestimating Steve's financial stability, because no one can go away for 4 months and travel if they don't have any money saved up, or if they don't have a way of making money. There's no way, family would sponsor an adult to go around, go wandering about and saying, oh, I'm taking a break and I'm just exploring and rediscovering myself. But then I might be mistaken. They both went clothes shopping. Obviously, Noi said one of the main things she wanted in a partner was someone who's very close to their family and has a loving family. And Steve appears to have a lot of support from his family. He had his brothers with him when he went clothes shopping. He had his family with him when he told them he was going to get married. And it seemed they were there most of them were there at the reception. I have high hopes for Noi and Steve. I think their only concern might be the fact that he's not working, but I think if they can sort of come up with a plan of how he can get back into the employment market and find himself a job and sort of secures financial stability for their family, I think they should be fine. I don't have any concerns. I think I have a more positive view on them as being a successful couple. Obviously, I look forward to their wedding. They will be getting married next week. We just saw them about to get married. He seemed very relaxed and very calm, Steve, in himself. And Noi was a bit anxious. I think she's just a bit emotional, which is to be expected for someone who's taking such, a leap of faith. From there, we'll move on to Alicia and Chris. Alicia and Chris, I said it last week that she's high maintenance from the promo that we've seen of next week of her already throwing a tantrum on the wedding day. It just shows, Steve sorry, Chris comes across as a patient guy, but I don't know how much patience is going to be able to exercise with her given how high maintenance she is. They went dress shopping. She brought some boots because she said she wanted to wear she wanted a cowboy aspect to the wedding. And it's just like, there really doesn't seem anything, country or cowgirlish about her. So I don't understand this fascination with, oh, I want things to be country and stuff, but you never know. To me, Alicia and Chris represent, from last season, Rachel and her husband. Sorry, I've forgotten his name. They are more or less that, in the sense that they're just there, and you're just like, why were they chosen? You don't understand. But my opinion might be changed as the season goes by. We'll see how they go. From there, we go on to Lindsay and Mark. I feel sorry for Mark. Mark really wanted to get married, and I know Lindsay's a very nice person. I think the only thing she needs to do is she needs to tone it down a little bit. I'm not one to advocate for people changing themselves, but I think she needs to sort of take a breath for a moment, for lack of a better word, and just allow Mark the opportunity to sort of discover who she is, get to know her a bit more. Because some of the things she's been saying, oh, I need to check his package, oh, his cats are old, so they're about to die. Those things she shouldn't be saying. They did show us clips of them, and I really don't know why they're dead. And it makes you very anxious because they showed the clips of Lindsay and Mark in between the clips of Jasmina and Michael. And it was really like an emotional roller coaster where you have this calm and sort of soothing reception with Michael and Jasmina. And then from there, you're suddenly on the roller coaster with Lindsay and Mark. And it's just like, please allow us the opportunity to enjoy one and not this constant yin and yang. But I don't know. We'll see how they go as the season progresses. I think for Lindsay and Mark, if Lindsay can tone it down a bit, she has that emotional aspect, the caring aspect. I think that the experts saw that they felt would mesh very well with Mark. But if she continues the way she is, she's going to turn him off, and then she will lose a great guy, because Mark comes across to me as a great guy. That's just my opinion. I know he looks a bit boring and stuff, but I don't think he's actually boring. I think he just needs time to sort of warm up to someone and open up. From there we go to, I don't want to jinx them, but I think this is my favorite couple of the season, Jasmina and Michael. Oh my God. When the brides walk down the aisle, I always look at the guy's response to the bride, and you could tell. I know Olujuwon was very excited when he saw Katina. You could tell he kept going, oh wow. But with Michael, his jaw just dropped to the floor, and he couldn't believe his luck, in my opinion, in the sense that he got this amazingly beautiful girl, and it's not something that he expected. I think he was open to receiving anyone, but I don't think he expected someone as beautiful or as composed as Jasmina to walk down. I know Jasmina was sort of very anxious. She had sort of a little breakdown because, this is something that was beyond her control. And I think it's because of the sort of her background. That is why she's always very anxious and tries to control everything around her. She looked amazing. Michael looked amazing. Even their reception was very emotional. It was very calming and very engaging and endearing. So I have high hopes for them. You could tell that Michael was very excited. In my opinion, Michael's response to seeing his bride reminded me of Vincent when he saw Brianna, or when Keith saw Christina. That excitement and that glow in his eyes and sort of lighting up. So they had an amazing reception. It was very nice and very calm. I was surprised that after breaking down before the reception, Jasmina actually calmed down and she made jokes and she was excited. She seemed very happy and very pleased with the guy that she was matched with. And they seemed to have, I hope Michael doesn't sort of put her off by trying to impress her so much, because he is so happy with what he's got. And I really have high hopes that hopefully they will be, if not the only successful couple from the season. They will be one of the successful couples from the season. They looked amazing in their pictures. They looked amazing in their dances, and they seem to be sort of meshing very well. There haven't been any sort of clips of them having any dramas, so I have high hopes for them. But we'll see as the season continues. Anyway, that's my review for this week, guys. See you next time. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Bye.